record. You're up, Chica.
Hello. My name is Talita. I'm over here in Oklahoma, one of the Evo Squad leader, and I'm over here to interview this beautiful, amazing leader of our team. Welcome, Jennifer. Would you please tell a little bit about yourself? Because I know some people don't know it about you.
Yes, so my name's Jennifer Welshans. I have been a thriver since January of 2017. I hit the promoter button February 7th, and it has been a crazy ride ever since. I've got 3 kids. I'm a single mom, and my children are 9, 11, and 12. I'm from the hair industry. I used to do hair, and now this is my full-time gig. So I'm excited.
Amazing. So my first question, why you became a promoter?
I didn't want to become a promoter. I actually started on this product because I needed energy. I loved what I did. I absolutely loved doing hair. I thought I had the greatest job in the whole wide world, because what other job could you sit and talk to your friends all day long, drink coffee, and make a ton of money? So that's what I thought. But I've always been super grateful for whatever I'm doing. So I think part of that's my attitude as well. But I loved what I did, but I was exhausted. I was tired, exhausted, and worn out. I was drinking 3 to 4 K-cups every morning, swing through Dunkin' Donuts on my way to work. And then I would switch to Diet Pepsi, 5-hour energy shots, and Bang in the afternoon. And I was still tired, exhausted, and worn out. Like, I was also the person that when I was leaving the salon at 9 p.m., I was hitting Dunkin' Donuts. I was drinking coffee just to make it home, and then I was going straight to bed. Like, it was like coffee had no effect on me anymore. I was drinking so much of it. And I was exhausted all the time. I was not, I feel, looking back, I was not the best human I could be. I was super stressed out. I did not feel good. I was also like one of those people that had baby weight on after their baby was like 5 years old. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And so I was just not happy. I was miserable. I was not sleeping well. I had terrible brain fog. Like, I was not happy. And I stumbled on, and this is a team coaching I do all the time, but I had stumbled on, I was seeing one of the girls on my Facebook posting about a patch, right? And how much energy she had and how good she felt and all that stuff. And I rolled my eyes at it several times. I'm like, this is ridiculous stuff. And then I'll never forget, it was one Sunday afternoon, because I was on the couch watching TV, scrolling Facebook, because at that point, that's what Sunday afternoons were for. Otherwise, I was not going to be able to function for the rest of the week. I literally saw her post, and I'm like, all right, I have nothing to lose. And I got the product. I fell in love with the product. I felt amazing. I know this is not supposed to be a product story, but I felt amazing.
Oh, look at that.
And I love the way I felt, but I was adamant. I did not want to promote. I had way too much on my plate. So I even told the girl that was trying to talk me into, I'm like, I'm not going to do this. This is not for me. Like, and I was very ignorant about network marketing. And she had said to me, she just said all the right things. And by the way, I did not enroll under the girl that was on my Facebook. I just didn't. She never reached out to me, and I never reached out to her. Another story for another day. But lesson there, always make sure you're reaching out to your network. Because can you imagine how much different her life would be if she enrolled me that then went to this? But anyway, the girl that was helping me at the time, she's like, if you refer 2 friends, because I was loving how I was feeling, she's like, if you refer 2 friends, you can get your products for free. And she goes, and I said, well, I was entrepreneurial enough to be like, I know I have 2 tired, exhausted, and worn out, busy mama friends that need this product in their life. So I'm like, sure. Like, I was entrepreneurial enough to be like, okay, I have free products. You had me at hello. So then she goes, I was about to like, I found my 2 referrals and I'm like, all right, I don't know what to do. She's like, hang on a second. She said, if you flip your account to promoter, I'm like, I told you, I do not want to promote this stuff. Like, I don't have time. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. She goes, well, wait a minute. She goes, if you flip your account to promoter before you put those referrals in, not only can you get your products for free, but you'll make some commissions and you can get an extra. She goes, you can trade those commissions for credits, get an extra box of shakes a month or something like from the plus line, you know, so you might as well maximize what you're doing. And I'm like, okay. I was entrepreneurial enough to be like, okay. And then probably about 2 weeks went by ish. And they deposited $1,000 into my checking account. And I remember calling her because I had hit VIP 1600. So I had the $800 bonus and then it was like 200 and some change in commissions, right? I would never forget this day. I called her, I was sitting at my desk. I called her and I'm like, what just happened here? And she's like, well, she's like, we have these fast start bonuses and you hit these fast start bonuses. And she's like, that's what it is. And I'm like, and she's like, oh, well, by the way, you know, you got your next month free and you got $200 in product credits. And maybe now we should sign your husband up as a promoter and run for the bonuses under his. And I'm like, that was probably the most fun and easiest $1,000 I had ever made in my entire life. Let's go. And then like at the time they had rank bonuses. So I was looking at those. She was telling me about those. And we were under like a trip qualification. So I was like, okay. Like it was like
check.
And around about the same time, I got hit with a huge tax bill. I had a former accountant made a terrible mistake in my honor. And I ended up getting a $40,000 tax bill that I had to pay. And I was making really good money, but it was like going out the door super fast. Like we had big debt and we had big bills and stuff like that. So I looked at that as a means to an end. Yes, it was fun, like checking off all these little bonuses and like, you know, little things.
But there's other things that.
Well, but at the same time, I was still like, I'm not doing this. Like, this is still not what I'm going to do. I love doing hair, but it was kind of fun checking off these little boxes. And then when I got that big bill, I just saw the 40K rank bonus was $40,000. It would have covered. I'm like, I'm just going to go this. I'm going to get this tax bill paid and I'm peace out. I'm still going to be a thriver, but I'm not going to do this. And I did that. And it's just kind of gone from there. Then Angie and I went to Palooza and it was just a fly in one day and fly out. And it was watching those 200Ks walk across that stage. That was the defining moment for me. We both look at each other and we're like, we're going to be on that stage next year. And we were. So that's my promoter story.
That is amazing. And speaking about like those coffees, because my husband was huge coffee drinker, like, and I'm so thankful that he doesn't do that anymore. And he's a big time thriver now. Like he can't wait for the pure to come in. Anyways, so what is the one thing you wish somebody would have told you in the beginning that you didn't know?
I would say the one thing I wish somebody would have told me in the beginning was grow your network every day. Because we hit the top of the rank or top of the company really, really fast. Our team went super fast and then it backslid. And I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand. I didn't know network marketing. I just knew I loved the product and I couldn't shut up about it. And that's really what you need to do is you just need to talk about the product all the time to people that are willing to listen. And for me, it was anybody that was willing to stand still long enough next to me heard about Thrive because I was super excited about the product and what it was doing for me. But I wanted to build on social media. So because I had quickly learned that that's good leverage. Like it's so much, I think it's easier to build on social media because you can talk to a large amount of people at one time, whereas belly to belly is a little bit harder. So I chose that because I wanted to go fast. And so that's the modality, that's the modality I chose to build. And I had wished it took me a long time, more than it should have, for me to learn that I should have been building my network every day. Because when I started in Thrive, I had less than 300 Facebook friends. I had absolutely no Instagram, and TikTok didn't exist. So like I was literally speaking to the same less than 300 people. And then I was like, I made all the mistakes new people make. Like my account was set to private. So no, it was hard to grow that way. And I just learning why you should grow your network every day, which we're going to talk about on the Saturday Zoom, not to plug Saturday morning, but that is what the Saturday Zoom is going to be on. If you're like, I hear you, Jen, I need to grow my network every day, but I'm not sure what to do about that, then come to the Zoom on Saturday. But that is absolutely probably, and I say it all the time, that is one of the main things I wish somebody would have told me in the beginning, is to grow my network every day.
Absolutely. And I learned so much since I joined this team, because I didn't know how to reach out to people, how to add people in my network. I just like in a bubble, like I don't want to talk to anybody. Now I am friendly and talk, and I had excuses before, like I'm not talking to anybody because English is my second language. And now I'm talking to everybody, like passing out trials like everywhere. Whoa, that's like like I'm a dealer.
I've traveled with you. I know how you are. She's like
people in the pool, like I'm silly, like anywhere. It's like now I'm not shy because you love the products and you want it's not about the money, but you love how you feel, and that's like other people, it's like looking for that. So other questions, like what is your advice to our new promoters now? Because we have some new ones right now. So because they're running for their ponies right now. So what is your advice to them?
So what is my advice to new promoters running for bonuses?
Yes.
Okay. I was happy. I would say don't quit. Understand what you have to do, what it's going to. So, and I'll also understand being a new promoter in bonus run is very different than being a new promoter when you enroll under normal circumstances. Like bonus run only comes around about once every year and a half. And we're like, go, 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 because there's big money on the table. So the big thing is don't get overwhelmed. If you get overwhelmed, just kind of breathe and talk to your mentor on the team. But don't quit, because I see it so much. People that have so much potential in this industry, but they come in and thinking it's a get rich quick kind of thing. And that is not it at all. You may find success quickly, but you're going to lose success quickly too, because you have to learn how to do this. It is definitely a business that you have to grow a skill set, and you have to develop a mindset and a heart set for what we're doing. And don't quit. Understand 3 to 5 years before you're seeing some significant like money. You know what I mean? Like some people are just magical unicorns and they see money right away, but that's not the norm. And too many people think they try it, they make a couple of posts and don't get anywhere, and they quit. When really everybody quits right before the sweet spot. So you've got to make sure, if I could tell anybody anything when they first start, is just don't quit. Understand it's a process, understand it's a learning curve, and the only way to fail in this business is to quit. And I just see it so much as people just don't give it enough of a chance. And maybe that's whomever enrolled them, that's their fault because they didn't explain that. But I am explaining it to you right now. Just don't quit.
Yeah, there's a thing like treat as a, what is that saying?
I don't know.
Not a hobby. Treat as a business, not a hobby.
Oh,
right?
Yes. If you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby, which means you'll lose money.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Like I learned so much coming to the Zooms, joining in all the like, and we have a lot of leaders over here. If you ask the questions, we have chats, like, just ask the questions because somebody there will jump in and answer your questions, not waiting for your like leader, your sponsor, because everybody's over here to guide and support and answer any questions. So lastly, is there any other tips that you can give away for us and everybody?
Just one more that really kind of I feel like is super important to always remember, and this is for new promoters, seasoned promoters, and everybody in between, is stay close to the fire. Stay plugged in. I can't tell you how really important that is, just if nothing else for your own energy and for your ability to continue on with this. You stay close to the fire, close to the team, show up to the team Zooms, show up to the work with me's and all those things. You're going to find that your success just goes that much faster. And that's one thing I did that I didn't realize I was doing in the beginning is I was very plugged in. And it's not that anybody told me about anything. I just learned pretty quickly. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I had a lot to learn. So I turned into like a huge student and a sponge. And at the time, we didn't have Zoom. I had no team page that I could just plug into and watch training videos and stuff like that. I did not have the resources that this squad has to plug into. We had corporate calls and we had leadership, like team calls that you could listen to. You could either listen to it live or listen to the recording, but that was pivotal in my success in the beginning, is staying really plugged in and close to the fire. And I remember I would listen to team calls on my way to work, to the salon. I would listen to team calls on my way home. Every time I got in my car, I was listening to something. When I was working out, I was listening to team calls. I actually connected with other leaders of other teams. And I'm like, can I have your call recordings? Because I just have so much to learn. I did that. I reached out. My leadership, my upline didn't do anything like that. They didn't do team Zooms. They didn't do trainings. They didn't do anything. So I ended up having to go to external sources, which then led me to be the leader I wish I always had. So stay plugged in. I don't think, unless you've been to other network marketing companies, which I know Talita talks about it all the time, you don't understand the resources that are available to you here. With everything we have for you. We have optional trainings all week long. I mean, usually someone's on Zoom at some point. You could hop on the Zoom link and talk to someone or work with someone or whatever. Or there's chats, like Talita just said, there's chats to jump in on. And there's so much training on our team page. We've got the VIP bot. If you're brand new, you're going through that. We've got the reboot bot. If you're not brand new, you could be going through that. All of the guides, all of the training videos. I mean, there's just so much out there for everybody. Selena, you wanted to say something?
I didn't mean to raise my hand, but yes, we like right now, especially because we're on bonus run, we are literally on Zoom from like whenever you wake up, because people in the UK are opening the Zoom up in the morning when they get up. So it's like 2:00 in the morning when Jen gets up, and it runs until like now, so somebody's going to be on there working if you want to work with us, or if you just got a quick question that you want to like just see somebody or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mean, it's not rocket science. It's just sharing your story. Like Jen said, she couldn't stop talking about how the products helped her. And that's really like all you need to do.
Yeah, just sharing your story. And we have somebody just happened, she was being disappear and she happened on the Zoom this afternoon and we're on the Zoom. So anytime you have on any questions you have, don't just sit on your questions. Just as we have all the amazing tools, we have chats, like anybody's there to answer your questions. So I'm open up to anybody. Is there anybody have questions?
Can I just say one more thing? I know this is a Zoom geared to 12K, running for 12K, and everybody here, you have a shot to run for a 12K bonus. I just want to paint a picture for you. I enrolled as a promoter February 7th, 2017. Okay. I hit 12K in March. So I hit 4K in February, 12K in March. And my ticker reset. Your ticker's not going to reset. But what I did, I'll tell you exactly what I did, how I hit 12K, is I printed out my Facebook list, even though I had only 300 people, and I messaged every single one of them. I dedicated 1 hour a day. I hit 12K working 1 hour a day. That's it. But I worked 7 days a week. I made it 1 hour every day. I made sure I posted. I sold trials. And actually, that's all I sold was trials. That's all I talked about. If somebody asked me about Thrive, oh, I have 6-day trial packs. They're $35. Here you go. That's all I sold was trials. So if you're not selling trials, you don't understand what you're really missing out on. I built this, my personal thing I have, on trial sales. The orders came organically from that. Trust me, if somebody's on it 6 days, you got them. You know, I built it on trial sales. I worked and I didn't do lives. And I shouldn't say this, but I didn't do lives. There was no way in Hades I was going live on Facebook. It was not happening, guys. No, I didn't do lives, but I posted pictures. I posted pictures of my, you know, my 3 steps. I posted pictures of the trials going out the door. I posted and I talked to my audience. I messaged every single one of my 300 Facebook friends and I talked to them. I just did it an hour a day. There was no reason why you all should not hit that 12K bonus. You just have to be super intentional and you just have to put the work in. Don't just dedicate an hour to your business and pick up your phone and start scrolling TikTok. Like that's not a thing. Like that's not what you do. You have to be messaging those people. But that's all right. I'm done with my soapbox. Go ahead, Talita.
No, you're right, because I learned, because I was a scroller before and all of the sudden the date is gone. I'm like, what did I do? Did I go through my list? Because I know I didn't go because I didn't have a tick on the side of the list. Mm-hmm. So yeah, absolutely. So is there anybody has questions for Jen or Selena or me?
And if you don't know how to print your friends list for Facebook, go to the Evo Squad and put in the search bar, print Facebook friends list, and it will come up. There's a video recording on how to do it. It's been updated. Hope did it.
Hope did it.
Yeah. And it, frankly, if there's anything else that like you're looking for video wise or otherwise, like what to post, that's a thing. Hashtag what to post in the Evo Squad. You can pretty much find whatever you're looking for.
And the other thing,
Selena, Jen said, steal my post until you find yours.
Use my phone. Yep. But that's another thing, because they come up in my memories now, and I look at how I used to post. I never used company graphics, and I talked about what the product was doing. My posts were like, oh my gosh, Tabby's so glad mommy's thriving because she just used a Sharpie on my hardwood floor, you know, stuff like that. Like I talked about what the product was doing for me and not like buy my product. You know what I mean? And then like I just did that 10 with Jen. Happy customers make the best promoters. I never led with the opportunity then. It was all about the product. After they got into the product, which I talked about it on my 10 with Jen this past week, that's when I flipped them to promoter. So people, I think, make it way more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah, and trial, because I had somebody bought the trial last week and she mentioned me yesterday. She's ready. She purchased a 1 month supply. So trials is another way to go because some people they don't want to buy the whole thing, but they want to start it first. So anybody has questions? Angie, Lori, Becca, Hope, Christy.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording.